So it's Tina again, day 2 of creating a new printable. This week I'm planning on going live every night this week, like at night my time, 8 p.m. Central European time, which is 11 a.m. Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to come hang out, you're more than welcome to join me. We don't have Luke tonight. He's hanging out with my husband. So we'll have to make do without him. I had a bit of a short night and long day, but never too tired to make a fun new printable. Today I want to make a 4th of July rolling cover game in PowerPoint. I pretty much create all my printables in PowerPoint. I just find it really convenient. And I use all separate clip art anyway that I purchase. And I find PowerPoint the easiest way. Also, I have tons and tons of templates and old posts that I can take parts from to make it easier and faster to create a new printable. So we have the 4th of July gnomes here. Super cute. And I think I'm gonna want a border. I just got some super cute minimalistic borders from Rainbow Sprinkle Studio, which is one of my favorite clip artists, and they just had a freebie for Teacher Appreciation Week. I'm not sure if it's still a freebie, but worth taking a look on TPT to see if you can still get it for free. And I'm really liking these little stars here. Let's make it kind of even on the sides. I like to move pretty close on the edges to maximize the space. Now this needs to go to the back so I can work with the main image. I'm gonna make it a little smaller because I'm gonna need to have some instructions here somewhere. I usually make one version that has the instructions and one that doesn't have them, or I make it editable so people can put in their own instructions, especially for people who don't speak English or whose kids don't speak English. That can be really helpful. But for now, I'm just gonna put some default instructions. And I think I can just pull them from another rolling cover game I have. No, actually, I'm just gonna type it out, because the other rolling cover game I have open here is use 2 dice, and I just want 1 die here. I got a little sick of KG Miss Kindergarten. It's so cute, but every once in a while I like to change it around. So right now I'm doing Quicksand for the most part, as it's simple, but still kind of cute and very easy to read. So all we do is say roll a 6-sided die and cover the number. I'm just gonna keep it super simple and just use little circles. I could use stars, but I think it would be overkill. It would be too much with all the stars that are already in the clip art. So let's use just circle, fill it with white. And I think we can keep the outline. And now we can either put in a text box or just type. And I think we can just type, because we only have 1-digit numbers. So usually that works out pretty good. If you have multiple digits or want to write something longer, it might be more convenient to put a text box on top of the circle and group it so it doesn't move apart. These, let's just stick with writing inside, right inside the circle. So we have 6-sided die, so we need numbers 1 through 6, and we can just, let's just start like this. 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'll just group all of them and do like 2, 3, 4. How much do we have? 24, 30, 36. Now let's see if it's too much. Just, move them to the side a little bit. Now we just randomly place them here. So we want to mix them up as much as possible. And we can put them more outside the picture or over the picture. In this case, the picture is fairly intricate, so I can only slightly overlap. To make sure we can still see the picture pretty well. If I just had one of these gnomes, for example, but it was bigger, I would probably be putting the numbers all over. I think it looks better if we put it a little more to the outside of the individual parts of the clip art. This is gonna be too much. No, I think it's good. Stay within the frame. Of course, you don't have to mix them up either. You could just put all the 3s in the same area if you wanted to. That's the beauty in making your own printables. You can do whatever works best for you or for your kids, your students. for whoever you make the printables. Looks like we're going to see, maybe this. Maybe here. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Now we can still see most of the picture. And we have the numbers spread around. Okay, so that was pretty fast. Just gonna put the copyright. I can copy it over. Again, from a different printable. Where do we put it here? I really should make a template where Quicksand is the default font, so I don't have to search for it every time. And I don't really like this positioning. Usually like to have it underneath. Well, it really doesn't pay to overthink it. So I'll just put 2026. Should be okay. All right. So let's quickly make another version. So for the VIP version, I would have, in this case, I think at least 2 different versions. So the second one would be for a 10-sided die. And I'm just gonna take them all away, so it's easier to keep track of the numbers that I have. But I think in this case I'll just, how many did we have there? 36. So with 10, maybe do 4 of each. Okay, so let's keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can just get rid of all of the other ones. Of course, you could have just kept them and just deleted a few of them. However, it's easier for you. And I think I can keep track more easily this way. So we need the 7, 8, 9, and it's actually 0, right? On a 10-sided die. So we have 0 through 9. And we said we're going to do 4 of each. 2, 3, 4. And we just do it the same. Spread them around all over. I actually put the align feature on my keybinds earlier today, but now here I don't get to align anything. But I think it would be a good way to use the very limited custom keybind capability of PowerPoint. So that's also a menu item that I use a lot. The most important one being a change picture from clipboard, which I can use with Alt and 2. But also it's not, I don't need it for this printable. If you want to see me use it, you can look at the live stream from yesterday where I made a Memorial Day color by number page. And I used both the lining and change picture from clipboard on that one. This one's pretty straightforward, so we just don't really have to use any advanced features. There we go. These are lined up a bit too much for my taste. All right, so now we have two options. And now we can make one more version where the instructions are editable. And you can either do that with Acrobat Pro, but I stopped paying for that. It was just too expensive when paying monthly. And so I now have Flatpak, and we just say convert to PDF form field, copy text to form field. So it will by default have the same text in it. We make the field itself a little bigger, so if people need to write longer instructions, they have the space. And we can do a rich text field. Okay, now we can just test it. Create the PDF. That's the Memorial Day that I did yesterday. Today it's the 4th of July gnomes. Printable PDF. And I like to put editable in the name, so later when I look and I have different versions, I can tell which ones are editable right off the bat. But you can't see it because I'm not showing this window. Let me edit. Window capture. There we go. Right. Okay. So now we just have the straightforward, the first 2 pages. And here I can, if I want to do something else, I don't know. Like, do it in German. Würfle mit einem 10-seitigen Würfel und decke die Zahl ab. That's not, unfortunately, not aligned quite correctly. So let's go back and see if we can put this a little higher. Yeah, unfortunately, this doesn't always perfectly line up. Sometimes you have to tweak it a little bit with Flatpak. And I think you can also make sure that it's not it here, that it's centered here. I think that works better. Okay, so let's close the other one. So lines up a little better now. So okay, we can just type whatever we want here, or not have any instructions. That's also fine. All right. Printable number 2 for the week done. Like I said, pretty straightforward. If you have any requests for the rest of the week or any questions or anything, feel free to put it in the chat, comment once the live is processed, or send me an email. I'm always happy to help or make a request, fulfill a request. Okay. Have a good rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you for my next live tomorrow.